Welcome to another conversation off the clock. Hi, I'm Carmina Constantino Torres, and this is Casey After Hours.
What's happening? Why is this happening? So it really truly hurt me. I'd rather be the one suffering than inflicting pain on someone. If I do it slowly, can I still lose weight? Because I felt hopeless. That's why it took me forever. Ilang beses na akong ganyan. Nagpilit ako ng di dapat. No. And I say that with all honesty. Why did I give too much value to what people are gonna say? Katawang ko to.
They say never meet your heroes. You'll only get disappointed. Well, I did meet one of mine decades ago, and disappointment was far from what I felt. Paano ba naman? Our first meeting, mula sa isang sulok ng kwarto, lumapit siya sa akin, isang bagong graduate na nangangatog at naiiyak sa harap ng kanyang idolo. What happened next was nothing short of a dream. She gave me the tightest of hugs, and from then to now, she still is kind and thoughtful and sweet and generous with her time. Definitely not something you'd expect from the biggest star of her generation and the many more that came after. After all, she has every right to rest on her laurels. With the numerous acting awards and box office hits, kahit ano pa mang karakter ang gampanan, hindi siya kailanman nilamon ng kalakalan. Kaya naman, magkakalahating siglo na sa industriya, minamahal pa rin natin siya. Joining us today, the megastar, Sharon Cuneta. Mega.
Yes.
Thank you. Finally, it happened. You're one of the most requested.
Really?
Yes.
They probably know I love you.
No, but even before, I'm so surprised nga that a lot of people still don't know that I'm a Sharonian.
No,
But
I don't say that.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know we've been friends for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
But in my heart, we've been friends since I was born.
That's true. And you've been a
Even-
Sharonian since before we became.
And my high school friends would attest to this. In my yearbook, nakalagay doon. Hindi ko lang siya mahanap ngayon. I wanted to show you, but
Oo.
nakalagay doon, Sharonian.
Thank
Anyway.
you, my love. That means so much.
And it means so much to me that you're here. Thanks for making time.
All you had to do was call,
I
diba?
know,
All you had
I
to do was ask, and I
know.
said, let's find a day.
Tapos, ano pa to? We were talking, right? And I said, may I have the number of your handler so that I can,
Yeah.
be professional about it. And sabi niya, hindi. Bakit? Tayong dalawa na lang mag-usap. Sabi ko, baka magulo ka. But, so here she
Because
is.
it's you. It
Thank
was you,
you
my
so
love.
much.
No, I have to say lang, Casey is really, a lot of people, when people say we're friends, I don't really use that word lightly. Because, I have many friends. When you say friends, it can be showbiz friends, people that work with you. Not that you're being showbiz towards each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
But Carmina, even if we don't see each other all the time, she has already made a mark in my heart. No, as God is my witness, because she has always been there in the lowest of times. She would just text. She would just, I can't say enough. But she's really my friend. She's a real, honest, decent, true, good-hearted person.
Thanks for saying
I'm so proud to
that.
know you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so proud to be your friend.
Before we continue, I just want to ask you how you're feeling after, recently, you had an out-of-court settlement with
Yes.
entertainment columnist Christy Fermin. How are you feeling after that?
Because, well, we always had this nice mother-daughter relationship. And I truly, truly have always adored her. Because she also was so very kind to me. She helped me a lot too. And it was sometimes, maybe people provoke a person, and a person is parang in the spur of the moment, they say something that's hurtful towards even someone they profess to love. So that really hurt me because I loved her, I still do, but then. So, and then later, parang siguro na may mga nagkikwento na about, mamaya it involved na my kids, Casey, Frankie, Kiko. Parang, what's happening? Why is this happening? So it really, truly hurt me.
And that was
then-
your decision.
That was my decision. So, and then later on, after, always naman, as time passes, then you realize that when you weigh things, life is so short. And I choose to just focus on the positives in every individual in my life. And so I focused on the love that we had for each other, and how she has helped me also over the decades, and that we had finally started to build this nice relationship na I treasured outside of the business. Kasi we weren't always like that when I was young. So when we started, but I thought it was, and the only thing was that I got really hurt. And because maybe because of the nature of her job, she was used to talking about celebrities. I think I just felt, why even me?
Yeah.
Parang, and parang how hurtful, because my side wasn't asked for first.
Yeah.
No, so it was just, I think it was the most natural thing for me and Kiko, because we were still in New York when Frankie graduated, and I said, what are the other things we should just put an end to? Oh, just finish na the one with Nanay Christy. I said, it's not worth it. I said, we've been blessed so much. You won, Frankie's graduated already. And parang, so let's just, and that was the seed, and we said, no more na. And besides, like I said, there's so much love naman. So I'm so happy it's over. And
So
she's happy also, and I'm happy, and we're peaceful.
So in the same way that it was your decision to file a case, it was
Yes.
also your decision
Yes.
to just withdraw it.
Yes, it was.
You have forgiven a lot of people in the past. How has your definition of forgiveness changed, especially with this most recent one?
The biggest victim in unforgiving is the person that refuses to forgive. I didn't want extra baggage. I wanted to travel light. And especially now that I'm older, I was always, I think, forgiving, but now that I'm turning 60 in a few months, it's like, life is so short. Do I really want this? And I want to be forgiven by God when I ask for forgiveness for. I'm sure I have offended or hurt some people in my lifetime, even if I can't remember any. I could have, I must have, but never intentionally. I just really am not wired that way. I'd rather be the one suffering than inflicting pain on someone.
So your idea of forgiveness and forgiving,
Just letting go.
and it's been like that.
It's been like that.
It hasn't
No, before, syempre, when you're younger, you're like, oh my God, I'm going. And they say January-born people, they forgive but they don't forget. I think it's true to a certain extent. You don't forget only to protect yourself. When God said, go and forgive, He didn't say, forgive and then allow this person to do it to
All
you a
over
million,
again.
a million times more. So, I mean, you take care also of yourself, diba? You're also precious. So, in the same way that I don't like to hurt people, I also get hurt when people, not anymore Nanay Christy, I mean in general, when they thoughtlessly say things when you have taken care of your name for decades, and in the business it's so important to keep it. And besides, the world is in dire need of positivity and kindness nowadays. It's
And empathy.
Yes, empathy,
Para
generosity.
saan napunta?
Yes.
Saan napunta? Like, we're all looking at each other, but we're not seeing each other.
And what's happening to the world.
Yeah.
Really, that's also, I am so scared for our children, especially with the advent of social media and all this modern technology. There really has to be a balance and a stopping point.
How are you more deliberate now when it comes to letting yourself feel certain emotions?
Oh, I don't think, Carmina, that's ever changed. I've always worn my heart on my sleeve, diba?
Yep.
And people would tell me before, it's not nice when you cry on TV. I'm not trying to look nice. I'm also not trying to look ugly or not pleasant, but it's the way I am. I can't stop it.
And you only, okay, so when social media came, right? Social media and Shawi came, and it was like,
And I was not used to it, remember?
and but this I have to say, as you said, you've always worn your heart on your sleeve. Even when you were doing your TSCS and all your
Yeah.
talk shows and all that,
47 years, I think I have remained the same.
It's
And
the
I have video to
same.
prove it.
it's been this, yun yung sabi ko, hindi ba kayo sanay? That's been her.
Yes.
Except you're seeing it now, it's through the quotes that she posts and
Yes.
ganyan
No, and
all,
sometimes
and
for a while I would post, no matter how badly I was feeling in my personal life, or basta feeling badly over anything, I would post positive quotes or quotes that seemed to be directed at someone when they were
yeah,
not.
you just liked it.
No, and I also wanted to post quotes for people that might have needed to hear them
Yeah.
or see them
Yeah.
at that moment.
Before, in the 90s, you would communicate to your viewers and your followers through the songs that you would sing at the end of a TSCS.
Everybody knew the meaning
diba?
of the final song.
The final song.
And my music researcher, who is a good friend of mine, Eloisa Matias, and even those previous to her, they all knew that it had to hold some meaning. So mga naughty mga, they would actually find songs that were bagay to what I was going through, because I was very
Yeah.
open to them.
So that's why it's not, to me, it's always been that way.
Always been
Oh,
that. Although, you know, I think the public knows about 85, I'd say even about 90% about me, of me. But syempre, you have to keep a little bit to yourself.
Right.
And,
right.
although I don't know how little that is na lang, no? It's just, yeah.
But now you've owned everything, your mistakes, warts and all. How did you get there? Acceptance.
Acceptance, and also I think maturity. When you're older, you kind of figure you have a license to just be yourself, because your mortality dawns on you. You're not going to live forever. Unlike when you're 20, oh my God, I have like 50 more years.
Yeah.
And then now you realize 50 years, 10 years, it flies like this. 10 years fly by like this. Yeah, when you get there with maturity and life experiences, I think. Casey, I think when you make mistakes and then you learn lessons the hard way, I think what's important is what you do after. Do you just go on feeling sorry for yourself, sulking, and becoming worse? Or do you go, there's choices eh. So it's left or right. Do I go right and just, okay, I'll be better? If you always choose, I'll be better, that is the absolute right thing to do. It's the absolute right way to go.
What people have been noticing about you lately, of course, is the weight loss. And a lot of people, Mega, they're saying it happened overnight. But we've been talking about a lot of hard work, and this is in particular the result of a lot of hard work, and people would just attribute it to a pill a day or an injection.
You know, like people would say it's Ozempic. Tell me first, I'll ask you, what is wrong with Ozempic?
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing, right? Of course, you don't want to take the stash of somebody that really has problems with high blood sugar levels. You don't want to take their stash away from them when I think it's becoming scarce. But I never went on Ozempic. I tried another medication once. I could not handle it. Anything that I couldn't do from my own willpower, and anything that made me feel artificially stopped.
Yeah.
My brain was like floating. I could not. And like I said, I have a heart condition.
yeah.
My resting heart rate is like that of a jogger, presently jogging. So I've had maintenance meds since 2003, and I have two cardiologists who can attest.
So
to
you
that.
couldn't just take anything.
Oh no, I can't abuse my body that way. And I made the decision to lose weight when I turned 50 in 2016. And because I had ruined my metabolism over so many years by going on crash diet after name the crash diet, I've done it. And I ruined my metabolism kasi you would really drop weight so fast, and then you don't really want to accept it's just water weight. And sometimes pag sobra na, muscle mass na yung nawawala. And then yung rebound would be more than what you lost, and so fast. I really ruined my metabolism. I think people would understand if they've been through what I've been through. So when I made the decision in 2016, I wasn't even sure that my body would respond in a positive way. I said, God, if I do it slowly, can I still lose weight? Because I felt hopeless. That's why it took me forever.
So there was a point when you doubted, when you doubted yourself.
Oh yeah, because I was turning 50. I said,
Kaya pa.
do I want to die ba na I'm not feeling like myself? I've been grossly overweight, and I know how it feels. This is absolutely not to diss anybody who is overweight. I've been there. I enjoyed myself. I ate so much. I felt so free. But because of the nature of my profession, I had to shape up or ship out because of the nature of my work. I was perfectly happy, and my husband was fine. We parang I don't know if he was just saying that to make me feel good, but Kiko's very, he doesn't focus on physical stuff.
Yeah.
But I also wanted to be healthy because, if I want to see my grandchildren and be able to play with them, it was like every time I would look in the mirror or kunyari, I would have a fitting for a gown.
Yeah.
Ay, 20 na lang, 30 na lang, mga ganyan. And then I realized, I've been saying this for years na, tapusin na natin. Once and for all, tapusin na natin.
So at least mo tinapos?
Ayun, sabi ko lang, so you just have to cut down on what you're eating. So in the beginning, medyo severe.
Yeah.
Yung parang, okay, let's cut out sugar. Hindi naman ako makanin talaga. Ang problema ko, bread tsaka dairy. So dahan-dahan. But you know what I did? Kinonti-konti ko. Although nung umpisa, grabe talaga. Kasi when I put my mind to something, it's kind of hard to break me. Kasi pag ako na, I wasn't doing it na for other people. I was doing it for myself.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to shake me when I'm in that zone. So, dahan-dahan.
Recently, though, you had a post that was kind of shocking in a sense that we weren't used to it, because we'd always be, watching you used to, well put together, not showing the scars, both literally and figuratively. But you had a recent post and you showed it. The scars for, was it skin?
An arm lift. My problem was I had already lost quite a bit of weight by then. Not like this, but I had lost now.
Yeah.
And I had skin with absolutely no use. It was hanging like flags. I had 2 large flags here that I had to compress whenever I wore long sleeved garments, outfits. I never, parang I would only wear shapewear inside, never here and never on top, just here in the tummy. So here, parang what can I do? Parang sayang naman. So it was really, I had to weigh it for some time. Ang tagal, parang, kasi pag ganyan, nag-heal naman yung scars ko over a few years. Parang nag-fade. Hindi siya bumabalik. Hindi siya nagdi-disappear. Pero nag-fade siya. So I said, okay lang kasi pag ganyan naman may-makeup. At saka hindi na naman ako sasali sa Miss Universe. Okay na yan. Matanda na ako.
Wala na namang tanga moments.
Diba? Wala
and
na.
moments.
Okay na. So parang gusto ko lang, kahit naka-long sleeves ako, decente lang yung dating. Kasi hindi naman proportion. It was really my decision. I'm not saying people should do it.
Yeah.
It's just that for me, personally, I wanted, siguro kasi galing ako sa payat eh. So, nung pumayat na ako ulit, parang, balikan ko na talaga yung payat ko lang noon.
Pag
yung
mga ganyan,
lang. So,
pag ganyan, do you have to ask permission from Senator Kiko, or do you tell your kids
of course.
about
No,
it?
I tell Kiko. Kiko's always been supportive of anything I wanted to do. Kahit nga mag-concert tour kami ng ex ko, diba? Very lang. Siya pa yung kailan ba? Siya yung ganyan. He's a very secure husband. Very secure person.
Hindi siya natakot na you're gonna go under
He's
the
always
knife.
scared. Pero are you sure? Kasi alam naman niya, I'm very bullheaded eh. I'm strong-willed.
Yeah.
Na alam niya, itong asawa ko, kaysa gawin niya nang di ko alam. So, but I've always given him that respect. Also, my children, I'll discuss it with them. In my case, I didn't want to grow old and on my deathbed say, God, why did I give too much value to what people are gonna say? Katawang ko to.
When we see you, it seems like you've let go of a lot of your baggages
Ay, dami.
already.
Oo.
Sabi mo nga you'd like to travel light.
Yeah, life
and
is
all
so
that.
short.
So,
Diyos ko, ayoko na magpa-burden.
and sinabi mo rin kanina that, you're once you set your mind onto something, that's it, diba? But what have you learned about being in control and versus letting go? Alin yung, okay, I'm still gonna do it, but alin yung, okay, I'm gonna let God take over.
I always let God. Wala naman tayong control. You try to take control of what is in front of you, or your plan B is, okay, if things go according to my plan, this is what I will do. This is how I will handle it. Pero pag si Lord minsan ayaw, huwag mong pinipilit. Kasi ako,
Ganun ka eh.
tsaka through experience, Carmina, there's always something better. You have to obey. You have to listen. Because sometimes, pinipilit natin yung, ilang beses na akong ganyan, nagpilit ako ng di dapat. So sabi niya siguro, tinatanggal ko na, ginagawa mo, o sige.
But yung kinalakihan mong business is wired for that. Yung talagang you're gonna get whatever, you're gonna plan whatever, but when did you learn how to cancel out the noise and just listen to God's will for you?
You know, I was always like that. Pero may moments na tumitigas yung ulo ko. And to my detriment, diba? Pero, and then you're kind of knocked into your senses by not listening also. So pag natauhan ka, oh my God, kasi naman nandun, hindi ko pa, dapat kasi nakikinig, nagdadasal, pero hindi naman tinitignan kung anong sagot. Parang sometimes it's right under your nose, but you refuse to accept that this is probably the answer He's giving you. Sabi ko nga, ang buhay actually, okay, life is difficult, but if you really go to the very core, life is simple. It's human beings that like to complicate it.
I think there's no one else that can talk about popularity than the megastar herself. When you talk about popularity, I mean, it's such an alien word to some, but you have lived it since the moment you started singing, right? Did it ever come to a point that it was addicting?
No. And I say that with all honesty, because my parents would not allow it. If my father, you know, when you're young, you're impressionable. It's easy to be, oh my God, to be swayed by all the false promises and, you know, of this business and fame and fortune. And when you're a teenager, oh my God. But my parents made sure nakatutok sila. So my dad always said, pag yung ulo mo lumaki kesa sa sombrero mo, pugutang kita. Of course, you knew he wasn't going to do it, but it meant so much. Growing up, my dad would always tell us stories of how his life was when he was younger. He really came from nothing. Nothing. So growing up with a politician for a father also, we were taught how to relate to people of any social status. You know, and I would go to the city hall and everybody I would treat the same. Kay mayaman, kay mahirap, it didn't matter to me because dad and mama always taught respect for everybody. And that was a super good lesson for me, both me and my brother, na you can bring us anywhere and we'll know how to behave.
And this is not even about you being an artista.
No, parang feeling ko all the lessons, wow, we're gonna be useful in what was to be my profession pala. And so it was sa akin, you know, effortless. It was all just instilled in me. I grew up like that. My parents were like that. My mom may have been so well dressed and all, and you know, dressed to the nines. But when she dealt with people, you know, we parang treated people, yung parang pipiliin mong tao hindi sa estado, kung hindi sa pagkatao.
Pero
yung
ikaw
lagay ng
yan,
puso.
kayo yan.
Kami to, oo.
Sa kanila. Sila, linalagay ka sa pedestal. Sila, nakaangat ka. So, how are you not affected by it? Yun na nga.
Yun, kasi, pag meron, ako kasi ang nangyari, parang I was always aware, hindi ko, kasi parang pinanganak akong manang, lola ako. Lumang tao, parang si Frankie, lumang tao. Matuwang malatiin Kapampangan, matandang maliit, maliit na matanda. Parang sensitive ako sa feelings ng ibang tao. Tsaka aware, parang ayoko ng injustice, ayoko rin ng sa least of all the ayoko nung merong taong not seen.
You don't see it as popularity.
No, ang akin, responsibility. My parents always said, if you know, God put you in this position, you have a certain degree of influence, obviously. You have a command.
So you're taking it from there.
Yes,
because
you have the command of an audience. You have to be responsible with it. Hindi pwedeng, parang, because people look up to you, you know, to whom much is given, much is required, diba? Huwag kang uupo-upo at dodonya-donya. My father never allowed it talaga. And my mom also. So parang, sa amin, sorry kung talagang, kasi I'm I'm not making this up eh. This is really how I lived. This is how I was brought up, how I've always thought. Parang, oh my God, ganyan. Alam mo yung estado mo, pero hindi rin kasi lost on me yung anytime pwedeng mawala eh. So parang while I'm here, I'll do what good I can from my position of perceived power. Kasi sa public, dati parang, di ba, pag nag-commercial ka, talagang zoom, ganun agad yung kaya ka hinahire. But it's also because I took care of what I was given. I was a good steward of what I was given. Not all the time, because I'm only human, but as much as possible. And so, siguro kaya may fans ako mga bata.
When I watched your 40th anniversary concert, yung mga kasama ko, ang babata.
Gen S,
na
diba?
Hindi pa sila pinapanganak.
Exactly.
But then, so how do you explain that? Like, you have this growing legion of fans.
I have no idea. They call me mama. Ang siguro ang iisip ko lang na pwedeng dahilan is that they look up to you as a mother figure.
Na nagsasayaw, na kumakain.
Hindi nyo nga makasayaw masyado. Masakit na yung balakang.
Hindi kasi yung mga clips. They would edit the clips.
Yeah, and I don't know if they know how I started, my history. I suppose nag-research na yung iba sa kanila, especially in this day and age, di ba? But I appreciate them all as much as I appreciate the lolas.
Lolas
who
talaga.
Probably wanted their apos to marry me or their sons to marry me. Yung mga nung araw, di ba, nung bata tayo, konti lang kami, di ba? So parang, lahat yun na-appreciate ko.
Nagulat ka?
Oo, tinatanong ko rin sila, ano ba kayo? Ang dami namang batang artist. Ay, mama ka namin. So parang, and then, but they grew in numbers. So nakakatuwa.
Yeah.
Oo, parang it's so, sobrang heartwarming, nakakataba ng pusong, hindi ko ma-explain. Pag nandyan sila, ako talaga, I hug them. Because it's really a thank you when I hug them. And thank you for loving me. I told you, di ba? Whoever appreciates you, di ba, hindi mo ba i-appreciate?
You're so good to your fans, right?
I am. I
I
have to admit that.
Is it also because you're a fan yourself?
Oh, yeah. I said that before. Oo naman, umiyak ako nung dumating si Key ng Shiny.
Oo.
Kasi first time ko siya makita ng live, nag-charter pa akong aeroplano kasi nagtitape yung ko probinsyano sa Ilocos. Gumastos pa. Pinakamahal na concert na pinuntahan ko. 3 lang yung kinanta niya. Kasi fanmate lang eh. May kasama pa siyang iba. Kasi hindi ako makalapit sa kanya. Baka himatayin ako.
At saka you never got that chance when you were younger.
No. Exactly. But I did go to my share of concerts before. Yung nanonood lang ako, hindi pa ako singer. Hanggang naging singer na, nanonood ako, enjoy talaga ako. Pero yung mag-love talaga, konti lang sila.
By the way, yung hairstyle mo ngayon, very reminiscent
80s,
of your...
Jack and Jill.
Hindi, tsaka yung yung prod number niya na Breakout, Swing Out Sister.
Don't stop. Diba? Kasi ang favorite hairstyle ko talaga itong short.
Kasi you're not maano eh.
No, I'm
diba?
not. I like wash and wear, di ba?
Yeah.
Saka din noon, uso yung malalaking hikaw na kahit costume jewelry, tapos mag-gown ka naman. Parang girly, pero yung haircut mo, parang boyish. So I've always loved the pixie cut.
Yeah.
Ang bilis nga humaba, yan na.
You've always been public with almost everything. But a while ago, you also said that, sometimes you would keep something.
Siyempre naman.
Kailangan kasi,
tao
diba?
ko lang. That's for your sanity.
When do you hold back?
Pag pamilya ko na, yung pinag-uusapan or involved. Or siguro, things na feeling mo hindi naman makakabuti sa buhay nila, kaya alam nila kaya hindi. Ay, what for? Diba? Parang, there are things, syempre tao ka lang, so there are things na, wala, hindi lang important, or you feel is, sabi nga ni Maui, Nanya business. We're also human, we have to keep a little bit of privacy.
But when it comes to your relationship, for example, with Casey, I mean, we've seen the posts, all's good.
Kasi pag anak mo rin, she's part of you. So, there are things na bakit kailangan ikwento mo pa sa tao kung ano yung naging dahilan nito, dahilan yan. Kahit naman kasi anong gawin ng anak, mamahalin mo unconditionally. I hope ganun din yung mga anak ko sa akin na dahil magulang ka, diba? But I've never done anything to seriously make my children not like me. And because I have kids and they're called children, they're bound to also, wala naman perfecto sa atin. So, minsan lang, pareho kami ni Case na bullheaded and strong-willed. So, nagka-clash kami. Parang kami ni Mami. Pero never ever dumating yung hindi kayo nagmamahalan. Yun lang prayer ko. Sana soon, kompleto na ulit yung mga anak kong kasama ko lagi. Kasi mamamatay lang ako, di ba? I want them all to be dependent on each other when the time comes.
Is that your greatest prayer now?
Yes. And also that each of my children find the right spouse. It's never too early to start praying for that. Yung ikaliligay nila at ikauunlad ng bayan. You know, yung maayos. Kumbaga, yung buhay nila by their example of their relationship, each of them, or example ng how they live their lives. Gusto ko may positive na dating sa tao. Hindi yung nabubuhay ka for yourself alone. Or tsaka yung kailangan pleasing sa Panginoon, syempre.
Is there also a part of you that sort of feels a little bit of guilt that your children didn't have a choice?
Of course.
That this is the life that
Yes.
they were born into. And how do you deal with that guilt?
They didn't ask to be public from the day they were born. They didn't ask for such a public existence. They didn't ask for people to be meddling into their lives. But it is what it is. And like I said, we're all still only human beings. So, you know, we all felt we deserved also to have a family. And now that we do, I think the way we have loved them and raised them and given all of ourselves to them should far outweigh the imagined inconveniences of being our children.
Did you ever find that you had to implement different parenting styles because of the different personalities of your kids?
Oo, hindi one
hirap,
size
ano?
fits all eh, 'di ba? Hindi ganoon eh.
Oo.
Hindi one size fits all. Iba-iba talaga. Nakakatawa nga, pareho mo silang pinalalaki. Iisang bahay nyo. Kayo rin yung magulang, pero parang
Ano?
ikaw rin yung nanay, pero bakit parang iba-iba sila? Parang me and my brother, ganun
Yeah.
din lang yun. Dalawa lang nga kami,
So
sila
how
apat.
were you able to do it?
You just respect their individuality. So, one by one, you deal with them, you relate to them in the way na is most effective for each of them. Siguro yung sa mga nakikwento sa akin o humingi ng advice, meron siguro mga magulang na they feel children should still only be seen, not heard. Or, kasi sinabi ko, because I said, hindi mo pinapakinggan. Tao yun eh. You birth a child, you raise a child, but this child has his or her own mind, own heart, and this child may grow up with you, but will have a different set of experiences than yours, di ba? So, parang kailangan nag-adjust ka kasi the world does not revolve around you alone. It has to revolve around you and everybody else.
But you weren't raised that way.
No. No. Ay, dalawa lang kami. Pero iba rin, na-realize ko rin, iba rin yung way na pag-deal ng parents ko sa kuya ko, iba yung sa akin. Kasi boy siya, girl ako. Oo. I think in the beginning, I was sheltered. But once I started working, my father was just so proud. But I remember at one point, muna I said I want to be a doctor. Then when I was young, then he would say, kailangan mag-attorney ka kasi argue ka ng argue. Tingnan mo, sasabihin ako, may pangontra ka. Bakit po? Pero ganito, pero ganyan. Tumatawa lang kami. Tapos, pero parang not long after, lalabas naman yung idea niya na, di mo naman kailangan magtapos kasi babae ka.
May ganon.
And my mom was the balancer. She was the great attorney. Siya yung dahil babae yung ko, hindi pwede. Kung anong gusto niyang gawin, ganun. This is how I raised Casey. You make sure that when you grow up, sabi ko, that's why I was working, na you're able to take care of yourself, even if you do not end up with a man. Do not expect a man to take care of you, except when he's in your life. Alam mo, blend ako ng modern at old-fashioned. Gusto ko pa rin yung binubuksan ng lalaking pinto, like Kiko does. Or sorry, gusto ko provider yung lalaki, pero nagko-contribute na ako. Hindi katulad, di ba, yung olden days na parang kailangan lahat ganito. Hindi, tulungan kayo. It's not 50-50 sa marriage, it's 100-100.
But let's talk about happiness because it's so underrated these days. What do you teach your children about happiness? And what have you learned about happiness?
Happiness is in really the simplest of things. If you just learn to pay attention, it's in the people who love you that you love back. And vice versa. Kasi minsan, ayoko naman yung magmamahal ang anak ko, di naman sila minamahal. Di ba? Ayokong daanan nila yun.
Or sila lang yung happy.
Yes, hindi pwedeng ganon, di ba? Laging two-way. Also, yung ang daming dapat ipagpasalamat sa buhay nyo. Like, pag umaarte nung maliit pa, aarte sa pagkain, sasabihin mo, ang dami-daming batang nagugutom. Or pag tamad sa mag-homework, sasabihin mo, ang dami-daming gusto mag-aral. My God, matuto naman kayo. No? Yung gano'n. Pero nung maliit sila yon, ngayon, madaling kausap yung mga anak ko. Awa lang Diyos.
Before I move on, do you apologize to your kids?
Oh yeah, when I need to, yeah. Kasi no one's perfect eh. That's also how you teach them to own up to their mistakes and apologize as well. Kasi wag kang utos ng utos pero di mo naman ginagawa.
Let's go to your career for a bit. But what's the greatest joy that your career has given you?
Alam mo yung nabubuhay ka, alam mo marami nang mamahal sa'yo. Actually, yung iba alam nila yung buhay mo. Yung iba parang gusto ka lang nila pero mahal ka nila. Sa ibang intensity yan, di naman yung pagmamahal ng asawa o pagmamahal ng pamilya o best friend, pero yung may pagmamahal, yung presence mo at yung trabaho mo nakakapag-ease ng pain ng ibang tao or nakakapagpasaya kahit wala silang problema, nakaka-entertain, di ba? You give, pinaparelax mo lang kasi kailangan nating lahat yon. So yon, that makes me happy. The love that I feel and the love that I am allowed to give, diba? That is appreciated. But also, it's the sense of security, honestly, that my success in my profession has allowed me. Yung takot ako kasing tumanda na parang di ko alam saan napunta lahat ng pinaghirapan ko. Kasi it's not so much for myself. Of course, I don't want my lifestyle to change kasi pinaghirapan ko naman yun, di ba? If I want to travel, I want to go on traveling with my children. But also, I like giving. I like helping. I like making my loved ones happy with gifts, big and small. So, ayokong mawala yung ability na yun.
What has been the greatest pain?
Yung betrayals. Betrayals kasi nga dinidibdib ko yung magmahal ng kapwa, maging friend yung isang tao. Tapos pag yung may agenda pala, yung dahil kilala ka or dahil may makukuha sa'yo, yun lang pala ang aim nila, diba? So masakit yun. Or ang tingin nila sa'yo, ATM, personal ATM. Okay lang yung tumutulong ka, pero minsan yung natutulungan mo hindi deserving. So you just have to, sabi nga, you also have to be a good steward of your blessings. Hindi pwedeng lahat na pinaabuso mo, pinamigay mo, tapos in the end, walang natira sa akin, dinaanan ko na rin yun. Kasi when I was deep in debt, when I say debt, it was good debt. It was real estate investments, but something happened. Let's not go there, but it was a contract na iba nang nangyari. Na iba bigla. I've always been responsible with my earnings. Yung parang hindi ako bibili ng isa hanggat hindi ako sure makakabili ako 5. Yung ganon. Laging ganon. Tsaka puro investment. Never ako nag-gamble. Wala akong bisyo. Hindi ako umiinom. Hindi ako ma-party. Ano nga ako loner nga ako. So parang, nung nagkataon, doon ko na-realize, wala palang tutulong sa akin. Kahit alam mong kaya kang tulungan.
Okay, I know this for a fact because you've also said this. Ayaw na ayaw mo ng politika. Ayaw na ayaw mo ng politika. But guess who's back in office?
Sabi ni Lord, wag natin i-question. Baka batukan ako.
Talk to us about the process because it's something that if there's even a stronger word than loathe. Diba? Yun na yun for you.
Actually, yung politika, parang social media, lame naman na comparison, pero ganito, kung gagamitin sa tama, ang daming magagawang kabutihan. Kung gagamitin sa mali, kung pwede lang sakalin mo, di ba? O sabunutan mo yung mga...
Pero masakit siya.
Masakit.
Iba to kasi hindi na ikaw yung nasasaktan.
Mahal ko sa buhay.
Yung mahal mo na sa buhay ang nasasaktan. But you just had to trust him.
Yeah. And not only that, because I know him very well, Carmina. Parang, bata pa siya, gano'n na siya eh. So parang, bata as in single digit yung age niya. So, I think lahat na nakasama niya in school, from grade school to high school to college to masters niya, alam na yung dyan siya talaga nakalaan. Yan ang, siguro may mga tao lang na marami sa atin ang gusto reklamo tayo ng reklamo. Pero may mga taong tulad ng asawa ko na, it's a dirty job but someone's got to do it. So, imbes na nagre-reklamo ako, kailangan may gawin ako. Yung ganun ba? Tapos, he'll find his tribe, di ba? Meron ding mga katulad niya.
But did you tell him, huwag na?
Oh yeah, before. Pero parang sinabi rin, para bang inimagine ko, parang sasabihin niya sa akin, kung nakumanta, binigyan ako ni Lord ng boses na kahit paano nakakapagpasaya. Tapos, so parang no, you cannot curtail the ambitions, not even the purpose of someone you know so well, because for selfish reasons, no. And I knew na si Kiko always puts the country first. Sorry, talagang syempre God, tas kami, pero yung country talaga always matutulog paggising, yun ever since.
Okay, kakasabi mo lang God tas kayo, muntik nang mawala yung kayo.
Many times.
So
kasi almost 30 years na marriage.
So, and we know of couples now who are maybe, going through the same thing. What made you pull through?
He never allowed me to give up on him. Give up na ako, ayaw niya. And iisipin mo, bakit? Diba? Pero hindi, papakita niya bakit. And I figured, oh my God. Kasi dumating ako sa point na ayoko nang may asawa. Mas gusto ko yata hanggang mamatay ako, mag-isa na lang ako. May mga anak naman ako. But God works in mysterious ways. And one day I just prayed. I said, Lord, I really want this marriage to work. Pero Lord, I'm so tired. Ayoko na. So, take the wheel again. Kasi kulit ko na naman. Ako na naman take the wheel. Pero parang katabi mo sa driver, nasa driver's seat ako. Pero ganun ako ng ganun na, Lord, akin na akin, di ba? So, yun. So, when he did, one day I woke up. Hindi ko lang ba't in love ako sa asawa ko. At hindi ko rin, nung nag-usap din kami, ang laki na nung binago niya. Kasi meron syempre, hindi walang perfect, di ba? So, meron kayong hindi kayo magkita sa pag-uugali. Suddenly, swak na swak kami. I'm not sad. It's been a while now.
When did you start? I mean, counselors would say this, that communication is a big factor in a marriage. So, and you were trying. Sabi mo nga, hindi kayo magkita eh. But when was it when you really started to talk to your person and you saw that person?
When I started really making an effort to listen to him.
So, nung tumahimik.
Without insisting on what I thought should be. Kasi makulit din ako eh. Yan ang downside ng lagi nag-iisip. Diba? So, when I listened to him, I figured, wow, my complaints are also applicable to myself. Yeah.
Dapat palang kinausap mo yung sarili mo.
Oh, you have to. Hindi naman sa wala siyang, lahat tayo may flaws. Yeah. So, when we got down to business, we really did. And it was so freeing and refreshing, and we just got a huge vitamin injection, and all of a sudden it was a blessed union.
When people see you, they see a survivor through and through. When you talk about career, talk about your family life, even as a young girl, you survived a lot of, things that just came with the environment that you were born into. But aside from just surviving all of this, where do you see yourself thriving? Ay, tapos na eh. You've survived. You survived.
Well, that's a blessing in itself. But that's an important thing that you said, that you just put forth, that you're not just surviving, but you're thriving. Because some people might think God wants you to just survive and not thrive. That's not the God we have. our God wants us to be happy and prosperous, and not being swallowed by the lies of the devil, or what have you. But he wants to see us really fulfilling our purpose, what he put us here for.
And that's when the thriving comes. Now you
The thriving comes when you also are humble enough to recognize your mistakes. And like I said, I keep going back to that, and what you learn and what you do after you pick yourself up. And what, like kunyari, you come from a broken family, do you go that way? Do you keep on harping on the mistakes of your parents? Do you blame them for your loneliness, when actually, lalo na pag tumatanda ka na, do you keep harping on that? Or when are you going to realize you have your own life to live, and there are like millions of kids also in the same situation who are thriving because they decided to.
Talk about some people catching, second wind, and the next chapter. And I mean, you're on your nth already, and you're not done yet. So what's next?
You know what? I think at this point, everything that comes my way, if it has to do with career, what is already a bonus. Parang I have done everything I wanted to do. So now everything that comes my way is something I can do and like to do. Parang not really set out to do, but just want to do. Like, this makes me happy that I'm here with you, and I'm able also to share some of my experiences with your listeners, your viewers. So it makes me happy to be able to do that. But see, if it didn't, I would have said no. I don't like anymore saying against it. Again, it will go against my zone. This is my area. This is where I feel peaceful. And when something is off, I said yes for the wrong reasons. I'm not gonna feel good about it. I have to go back to feeling right about something, even if it's wrong for other people. But there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, sometimes you owe it to yourself. You have to have the right intention when you say yes. So this is one of them. And that is my rule now in most everything I do. But of course, when it comes to people I love, my tendency is to put them above me. And I have no problem with that. Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing your happiness with us,
you
and thanks for making us feel right.
Thank you.
Imagine spending the afternoon with the megastar Sharon Cuneta.
Thank you so much. I hope
Thank
it was.
you.
I hope something about this whole conversation affects someone in a positive way. That they, you are never just your past. Yeah, you're
Absolutely.
Yeah, it shouldn't define you. The past is
Absolutely.
there, hopefully, to have taught us important lessons that we now, that we have learned from, that we now use to just keep improving our lives and the lives of those we love. I think if you just coast along peacefully that way, I think you'll be okay. More than okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you,
My
Carmina.
mega. This is what I call her, my mega. My mega. Thank you so much for
You're
sharing
my
your
love.
afternoon.
I love you. Thank you.
Your
Carmina.
afternoon with
Thank
us.
you.
Thanks again.
Thank you, Case. Thank you.
And that's it for another episode of Casey After Hours. You know the drill. Like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.